Your participation starts with reviewing the joint venture agreement to make sure that it's capturing your ownership interest and your role in the joint venture. Okay, so when I said that it's not just about meeting the goal, there are other areas that we look at. Some of the feedback that we received from the initial round for Terminal A was, well, I met the 35% goal. Why didn't I get all 10 points? It's not just about meeting the numbers. It's about what you can bring to the table as a team, what added value can you offer, and what innovative approach can you offer to further the spirit of our ACDBE program. I intentionally included in this slide a section out of 49 CFR Part 23. Concession opportunities are to be sought in all areas of the concession industry so that different kinds of businesses have the chance to participate. It is not appropriate to have a single area of concessions or a few firms so dominating ACDBE participation that others lack a realistic opportunity to help meet the overall goal. That said, what can your team offer that is going to bring value to our ACDBE program? How can you encourage the participation of other ACDBEs, of other MWBEs in your airport concession proposal? The same applies to ACDBEs proposing as primes. We have many, many successful ACDBEs and MWBE concessionaires here at DFW because at some time and point, they were given an opportunity to partner. As ACDBE primes, what are you doing to encourage and foster the participation of other ACDBEs? Tell us your story, as Michael said. Past utilization. What have you done in the past to foster ACDBE or MWBE participation? On a go-forward basis, what's your plan? A very common response that I see in these proposals is, we will make a good faith effort to meet the ACDBE participation, or we will make a good faith effort to meet the 30% MWBE participation goal. Great. But what does that look like? Tell us your story. As bullet point number 2 says, there's so many areas of your concession that you need vendors, suppliers, service providers, design, construction, items that you may need in the daily operations. How can we maximize ACDBE and MWBE participation? Tell us your story. Another component of the ACDBE program, and a very common question the last time we issued an RFP, was whether local geographic preference was allowed for ACDBEs. The answer to that is no. And this is directly taken out of 49 CFR Part 23. DFW Airport must not use a local geographic preference. The second piece to this program is the MWBE component. As I mentioned, the aspirational goal for subcontracting supplier participation is 30%. Again, this could be achieved through your prime contractor that you utilize for your finish outs, the subcontractors that your prime contractor utilizes for the finish outs, opportunities, service providers and suppliers in your daily operations. This is where their contribution is credited towards this goal. Again, it's not just about meeting the goal. Tell us your story. What added value can you offer? What innovative approach can you offer? Do some of you have mentor-protege partnerships with aspiring ACDBEs or MWBEs that are wanting to get into the concession business? Are you offering any type of technical assistance programs? Are you, what's the other one? Technical assistance, mentor-protege. any type of capacity building support that you may be offering to ACDBEs, to MWBEs. Again, this ACDBE program is all about maximizing opportunities. And what are you doing to further that spirit? Certifications. For the ACDBE goal, if you are claiming to ACDBE participation and you're proposing a certain ACDBE, they must be certified as the MWBEs that are being included for the subcontracting goal. If you're claiming their participation, they must be certified, and they must be certified at the time of the proposal submission. Very common question, do I have to be certified at the time the proposal is due? Yes. So let me back up here, though, and do say that certification is not required to do business with the airport. However, if you are claiming and you want credit for ACDBE or MWBE participation, you must be certified. Joint ventures, only the ACDBE joint venture partner must be certified. Joint ventures are not certifiable, and therefore only the ACDBE joint venture partner is required to have certification. ACDBE and DBE certifications can be obtained through the North Central Texas Regional Certification Agency, NCTRCA. It's a 60 to 90-day application processing time frame, so if you have not started that process, it needs to be done yesterday. There is no guarantee that you will be certified within those 90 days. ACDBEs, if you're certified in another state, but not certified through NCTRCA, we will accept your certificate if it's issued by another unified certification program under TxDOT. We will accept that out-of-state certificate during the interim of you applying with NCTRCA. But it must be a TxDOT approved unified certification program. MWBE certifications for the MWBE goal can also be obtained through NCTRCA, the Women's Business Council Southwest, which is the regional certification agency, for the Women's Business Enterprise National Council, WBENC, and then the Dallas-Fort Worth Minority Supplier Development Council, which is the regional affiliate of the National Minority Supplier Development Council. So NMSDC or WBENC certificates are acceptable for the MWBE piece. A couple of key dates. We have an ACDBE certification and joint venture agreement training workshop coming up next Monday, a week from Monday, October the 24th, at the Rental Car Center Multipurpose Room. So those of you who are needing ACDBE certification, this is your opportunity to meet one-on-one with the certification specialist. I would encourage you to go to the NCTRCA website now, download the list of required documents, pull together whatever you can before that Monday meeting, and come to the meeting with your documents. The specialist will sit down with you, go over the checklist, and let you know you're good to take it to the agency and turn it in, or these are the additional documentation that you need. This is a very valuable workshop for those of you that are not certified and you're going to seek the ACDBE certification. The other component to this workshop is the joint venture agreement training. So for those of you that are going to propose on terminals B and E and going to propose a joint venture, if you've never done a joint venture agreement, you must attend this meeting. This will give you the nuts and bolts of what we're looking for in the agreement, the types of do's and don'ts, and I think will definitely lessen the learning curve that many of you are experiencing or experienced on Terminal A. The second date up here is Wednesday, November the 2nd. We are having a Minority Contractors Association networking event. I do see some familiar faces, and I'd like to ask that if you are a minority contractor interested in subcontracting or prime contractor finish out opportunities, to raise your hand. Thank you. So there's great interest from the part of our minority community to become more engaged in the concession opportunities. I would invite all of you here to attend our networking event on November the 2nd. Come out and meet members of the Asian Contractors Association, the Black Contractors Association, and the Hispanic Contractors Association. These are the folks that are going to help you meet your MWBE goal in design and construction, possibly even in the daily operations. If you're looking for refrigeration contractors, maintenance contractors, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, this is the group that you want to tap into. These are the efforts that we're looking for in your proposal when we ask for where's your added value, where you're out in the community looking and networking with minority and women-owned businesses that can help you fulfill your MWBE goals. And finally, I'd like to introduce Ruth Dornier, who's here with National Insurance Consultants. Our TRIP program includes a rolling owner controlled insurance program, which is called a ROSIP. Under the ROSIP, we offer a capital assistance and bonding assistance program. For those of you that are interested in capital assistance, have a need for bonding assistance, I would encourage you, Ruth, if you would stand up, to visit with Ruth after the meeting. We will also have a little bit more detail on this program at the November 2nd event. But this is a service that DFW Airport is paying for and is free of charge. And it's a great resource. I would encourage you, again, if you're needing bonding assistance or capital assistance, to visit with Ruth and learn more about this program that DFW has to offer. So with that, I'm going to open it up to any questions. I will also be here afterwards to, if there are any individual one-on-one questions that you need to ask of me, I'm here to answer those questions. Yes, Catherine. I believe so.
Thank you.
Yes, it's usually posted. And actually, I have a couple of giveaways here. Now I'm going to quiz you on if you were listening to me. Okay, so who can tell me what the ACDBE aspirational goal is? Catherine? Thank you. MWBE goal? Yes, ma'am. 30%, very good. What's the difference between the ACDBE and the MWBE goal? Come on, Paula. I know you know the answer. See, the last time I asked this, I don't know if it was you, but somebody said it's 5%. Mathematically, absolutely, you're right, so I'll give you a prize. But the difference is, again, the ACDBE goal is an equity ownership participation goal, and the MWBE goal is a subcontracting goal. So that goes to Paula, and then the lady in the back by the camera. And then finally, our department goes by BDDD. What does BDDD stand for? Because ultimately, we're the one you need to come to us if you have any ACDBE or MWBE questions. Yes, ma'am.
Business Diversity and Development.
Very good. Business Diversity and Development Department. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
I understand that the ACDBE goal of 35% is primarily based on your sales. But what's the 30% based on for the MWBE?
It's based on your spend. For instance, your design spend, 30% of what you're projecting to spend on design, or 30% of what you're projecting to spend on construction, or 30% of your expenditures in your daily operations,
Including merchandise?
merchandise. And these are